Let's talk about something that I know so many investors are debating right now. Should I stick with rental properties, or is 25 finally the year that mortgage notes becomes the smarter play? Because honestly, with interest rates doing their usual dance, rents flattening in some markets, and everyone trying to outsmart inflation, you can literally feel the shift happening. People who never thought about notes before are suddenly looking around and saying, wait, this actually might make more sense for where the market is going. Today I want to pull back the curtain on both rentals and mortgage notes and look at which one is actually putting more money in people's pockets this year. Not last year, not pre-pandemic, right now in 25. And I'll tell you straight up, the answer is not as obvious as people might think. Most people grew up hearing that classic line, go buy rental property, build wealth, retire. And for a long time, that was the golden play. It worked. It still works for a lot of people. But over the last year or two, something interesting has been happening. More investors, especially those ones who are tired of tenants, toilets, and midnight my sink exploded phone calls, they've slowly been shifting towards mortgage notes. And it makes sense, because with rentals, you pay for owning the building. With notes, you paid for owning the debt attached to the building. Two totally different worlds. Two totally different headaches. Two totally different ways to make money. And the longer you invest it, the more those differences matter. Let's start with rentals, because that's the one that everyone recognizes. Rental still comes up with all the things people love. Consistent rent, long-term appreciation, tax perks, equity built up. When they start a line, you can make really solid money. But in 25, it has been a little weird. Cash flow is tighter in a ton of markets. Higher interest rates make new purchases tougher. Even landlords who bought years are feeling the squeeze from rising insurance costs, rising maintenance, rising property taxes. And tenants who are way more price sensitive than they were 3 or 4 years ago. And it's not even that tenants don't want to pay more. It's that they literally can't. Wages aren't keeping up. So you've got landlords raising rent because their expenses went up, but tenants pushing back because their budgets are maxed out. That tension alone has created a ton of uncertainty for new investors trying to get in. So sure, rental still makes money. They absolutely do. But the margins? They're just not as fat unless you bought under the perfect conditions. And let's be real, most people didn't buy at the perfect conditions. They bought whenever they could. Which means now that they're playing defense instead of offense. Now mortgage notes. This is where a lot of investors are starting to perk up, because mortgage notes flip the entire script. You're not a landlord anymore. You're basically the bank. Which means no repairs, no negotiating rent, no chasing tenants, no surprise 8,000 water heaters, no random city code violations because the fence is 1 inch too short. You're simply collecting payments on a loan. And what's wild in 2025 is that it's brought a wave of discounted notes hitting the market. Banks don't want non-performing loans on their books. Private investors want liquidity. Hedge funds are offering assets they don't want to manage. And people who understand how to structure notes, modify loans, and buy partials at quietly stacking reliable monthly income. In a lot of cases, the return on investment on a discounted note can beat the return on investment on a rental, especially when you factor in time, risk, and how little upkeep a note requires. But there's something even more interesting here. Notes give you leverage in a way that rentals don't. Not financial leverage, negotiation leverage. If a note is behind, you can modify it, restructure it, sell a part of it, sell all of it, turn it into a reperforming asset. You've got tools. With rentals, your tool is mostly just raise the rent and hope nothing breaks. You know what's funny? When people compare rentals and notes, they usually only look at the math. But money decisions are rarely just math. They're emotional. Rentals feels real. You can drive by them. You can touch them. You can stand in front of them and say, yep, that's my building. That physical ownership scratches a very human itch. Mortgage notes don't give you that same emotional handshake. You're not showing items off in a dinner. You're just quietly collecting payments. And for some investors, that's actually the whole point. They don't need the ego boost. They just want the income. And here's the part that nobody really says out loud. Rentals takes energy. Even if a good property manager, you're still making decisions, managing surprises, budgeting for repairs, dealing with taxes, and navigate the constant little fires that comes with physical property. Notes are different. They're calm. Once the paperwork is done and the due diligence checks out, you're basically just maybe existing. The income shows up. And when something does go sideways, it's usually solved with a conversation and some documents. Not contractors in emergency sevens calls. It's almost like rentals is a good business. Notes are a system. What's really interesting is the quiet shift happening underneath all of this. In 25, you're seeing investors who once swore by rentals now dipping into paper assets. Not because rentals are bad, but because the economics have changed. Insurance is up, maintenance is up, property taxes are unpredictable, and the cash flow that used to be predictable is now shaky. Meanwhile, the note world is full of discounted opportunities because lenders want to clean up their portfolios. So while the public conversations still revolve around cap rates and rent comps, the behind-the-scenes investors are stacking notes with low drama and strong returns. And that's creating a very real comparison that just don't exist 5 or 6 years ago. And there's another layer that people overlook: scalability. You see, scaling rentals usually means scaling your headaches. More roofs, more HVAC units, more plumbing, more tenant interactions. But scaling notes, that usually means the opposite. Once you understand the due diligence process and how to source deals, adding more notes doesn't multiply your stress. It multiplies your cash flow. That's why a lot of seasoned investors eventually end up in the note space. The business grows without taking your life hostage. So which one actually makes more money in 2025? Honestly, it depends on the kind of investor you are. If you like tangible assets, you enjoy appreciation, and you're okay being semi-hands-on, rentals will always have its place. But if you crave predictable income, fewer moving parts, and business model that runs without you, mortgage notes can feel like the stepping into an entire different type of wealth. And more people are doing both. Keep the rentals you love. Use notes for clean, consistent income. It's not either or, it's a strategy. So here's the real takeaway. The best investment isn't the one with the highest return on paper. It's the one that matches the life you're actually trying to live. Some people want tenants, some want borrowers. Both can work, but one will feel better and one will fit your personality better. And when you pick that one that aligns with you, that's when the money really starts to feel effortless. And hey, before you head out, we will be launching the Quiet Wealth Method, where you will discover a proven step-by-step approach to earning reliable monthly returns without becoming the landlord, taking on debt, or riding the stock market roller coaster. If you're interested in learning how all of this works on a deeper level, you can join the waitlist. The link is in the description and also in the comments. We're also giving out our Busy Professionals Real Estate Passive Income Cheat Sheet, so you can grab that down there too. And if you want to learn more about what we do or explore more resources, you can always visit us at www.ritzelnotes.com. I look forward to see you in the next video.